Page 373, go down to FSH. That stands for follicle stimulating hormone. Follicle stimulating hormone. And in women, if you go to effects, in women, it initiates follicular maturation and estrogen production. So meaning follicles on your ovaries to make babies, to turn into eggs, okay? So follicles are located on your ovaries. Mature follicles turn into eggs so that a sperm can then meet an egg and you can have a baby. So it promotes follicular maturation and estrogen production. And in men, it is an effect of spermatogenesis. LH stands for luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing, L-E-U-T-I-N-I-Z-I-N-G, luteinizing hormone. And in women, initiates ovulation. And in men, it activates testicular testosterone production. Go down to ADH. Does anybody know what that is? Antidiuretic hormone. And what does it do?
Water.
Retain and release water, right? Okay. So it controls blood pressure, contains and releases water. So ADH sensitive water. Turn the page. Insulin. What does insulin do? By doing what? Does it raise your blood glucose or lower it? Lowers blood glucose. And then glucagon does what? Raises it. Go down to beta HCG. That is the what hormone? Pregnancy. It maintains pregnancy. Go down to testosterone. What is testosterone? The male sex hormone. Women have testosterone too, but it's different. Go to progesterone. It promotes the development of the endometrial lining and allows for an increase in FSH during the menstrual cycle. But it promotes the development of the endometrial lining. So you need it for menstruation and in pregnancy to maintain a pregnancy. So it prepares the lining of your uterus. estrogen, breast development, endometrial proliferation, proliferation of vaginal mucosa cells. So estrogen, that's more your female hormone. And that's it in that chart. Turn to page 378, where it's talking about follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. They are secreted in the anterior pituitary gland and are integral hormones in supporting reproduction, which have different roles in men and women. FSH assists the ovarian follicle to develop in females and promotes spermatocyte development in males. LH and estrogen are connected to a positive feedback loop, which allows the estrogen levels to gradually rise until a set point is reached, and the LH concentration spikes, signaling ovulation. Once the oocyte has escaped and the corpus luteum is present, then the luteal phase is initiated and the positive feedback cycle has been broken. FSH release is stimulated by gonadotropin releasing hormone. Go to progesterone on the next page. It's produced by the corpus luteum, which is a hormone secreting body formed from the ovary's follicle after egg release. Progesterone induces the secretory activity of the endometrial glands and have been primed by estrogen, readying the endometrium for embryo implantation. Underline that. So it prepares the endometrium, or the lining of your uterus, for egg implantation. Turn the page to estrogen. The principal estrogen produced in the ovary is estradiol. Estrone and estriol are primarily metabolites of intra-ovarian and extraglandular conversion of androstenedione and testosterone. Estrogens promote the development of secondary sex characteristics in females, including breast, uterine, and vaginal development, and also affect the skin. Put a star by that. So your female sex characteristics, like the breast, uterine, and vaginal development, is promoted by estrogen. Turn the page. We're going to talk about thyroid in the thyroid chapter, so we're not going to go over that. Got a posterior pituitary hormones, and one of those, if you go down 3 lines, is called ADH, which is antidiuretic hormone. And what does it do? Okay. So go to oxytocin. I might have missed this on that chart too. I can't remember if oxytocin was on there. So oxytocin, go down 4 lines. It has a critical role in lactation and plays a major role in labor. Oxytocin is unique because its secretion responds to a positive feedback loop, meaning that circulating levels of oxytocin perpetuate further hormone secretion. The main thing you really need to know about oxytocin is it plays a role in lactation and a major role in labor by contracting the uterus. So it contracts the uterus and the milk ducts, essentially. Turn the page. We're going to talk about parathyroid in the thyroid chapter. Procalcitonin. Go down a line. This is on page 384. It's a useful marker of infection and sepsis. The next one is insulin. Decreases blood glucose concentration. Go to the next one, glucagon. It increases blood glucose concentration. Go to HCG. It's the hormone produced during pregnancy. That's the chapter. Stop it. Only thing that might bother me the steroids. Go back to 375. It's not in here, but go to steroids, which are steroid hormones. They are all derived from lipids, typically cholesterol. These hormones are made from lipids and are transported in the blood bound to carrier proteins. So what people do? Yes. These proteins, steroid hormones, can cross cellular membranes because they're lipid content. So basically, have y'all ever heard of corticosteroids? Yeah. So it has to do with like cell metabolism. Write that out to the side. Corticosteroids.
What do you say? Cell metabolism?
Mm-hmm. This one's not in here either, and I want you to write it out though. Which hormone stimulates red cell production?
What is it start with?
E. Yes. Write that out also. And now turn to chapter 28. Yep, tumor markers. Page 706. Look at table 28.1. Prostate specific antigen or PSA. It is for prostate cancer. Page 706. Turn the page to table 28.5. CA 19-9 is for gastrointestinal cancer. CA 15-3 and 27-29 is for metastatic breast cancer. And CA 125 is for ovarian cancer. All of these are tumor markers. And then if you go back up in the reading between table 28.3 and 28.4, you see oncofetal antigens such as carcinoembryonic antigens, CEA. Y'all see that? Highlight CEA. And just CEA will be elevated if you go down in the formation of tumors. Elevated in the formation of tumors. So that's any tumor. colorectal, breast, lung, liver cancer, any type of cancer, CEA. And that's this chapter. Told y'all. That's all you need to know about what the tumor marker is and what it's for. Huh? The thyroid, yes, we still gotta do that. It's 3:30. So I'm gonna let y'all go today. And then we'll do the thyroid chapter tomorrow.